not a quitter. I will fight until I drop. It's just a matter of having some faith in the fact that as long as you're able to draw a breath in the universe, you have a chance. Cicely Tyson.
Man.
Okay.
Breathe in. And exhale.
So this proverb basically meant...
Okay, so I think everybody has had this type of trial and tribulation where we all feel like we want to quit. Some of the things that we always forget is the importance of breathing. It's called breathe in and exhale. As long as you're doing that, you have a chance to do something with your life. Don't quit. Never quit. We all have our ups, downs, roundabouts, whatever you want to call it, obstacles, But they're there to make you stronger. They're there to make you a better person. Never sleep on your lessons, your daily lessons. You know what I'm saying? So never quit on them. Never have somebody ask you, what are you doing? Because if you're not doing that with your life, then what are you doing? You're to quit, do something.
As long as you're living and you believe in something, you can keep fighting any battle, anything that you want to conquer. As long as you believe in it or have faith in it, you can conquer it. You can fight any battle. So as long as you have faith, you keep breathing, you're living. Anything that's a challenge, you can go at as long as you have just that little bit of willpower, that belief in what you're doing.
That is one of the realest quotes I've ever read. One thing I always tell people, can't nobody stop you but you. Because no matter what happens, no matter how many times you fail, all you got to do is keep going and something going to happen.
So, to me, I think this proverb means like, as long as you're here and you're breathing, do your best to be your best. Because once you're dead and gone, you will be remembered by how much you put out for yourself and how you affect others. You feel me? Like, that is your legacy. Like, that's what's going to ring through these streets when you're done and gone and no one can speak for you. Your effort, your energy is what's going to speak for you.
At the end of the day, never give up. Stay hopeful. Keep an optimistic mindset. You could be down 20, 30 points. Still time on the clock. You can make something happen.
All right. Hi, welcome back. We are touching bases. If you are new, welcome as well. Today we'll be touching on a few different topics. Today our main topic is double standards, gender wars. So we're going to go through the basics of double standards from image, responsibilities to emotions to intimacy. Today on our podcast, we have a special guest as well. We'll start off with the originals. I am Jasmine.
I'm Naya.
Real.
And I'm Dorcas.
All right, so welcome. So we're going to start off with talking about double standards regarding image. So it starts kind of young, as our young boys today now have hair. A lot of people feel that boys should have haircuts, they shouldn't have hair. Personal experience for me, I have two boys, 3 and 1. They both have hair. I first experienced when I gave my son braids with beads, that it was, that's for girls. But I recall Snoop Dogg and Bow Wow having beads on their hair. Also, it went from that to him having a puff on top of his head, aka a man bun, and people considered that a girl's hairstyle, which is gender neutral. Hair is just gender neutral, period. Or just because a girl has a haircut, like in some cultures, little girls have haircuts, that doesn't make them a boy. So
I'm chiming in on that. Because my best friend's from Russia, born and raised in Russia. They shaved her head. And she had to grow it back. And she was just like, that's what they do there a lot of the times. And so I was just feeling like, here, if you even look at the Hawaiian people, bun. Some of the, Middle Easterns, bun. Don't nobody question that.
No.
They just be over here. Like, people just, in America, you just got people that's always opinionated. And they just always want to feel like their opinion is a fact.
America don't have no culture. I don't mean to sound like
it's true. Everything is stolen. Everything. I mean, we blended. It's everybody has their own type of culture, different backgrounds. We blended. And a lot of women are shaving or cutting their hair. And they do a lot of extra things to make them look more feminine, but hoops or dyeing it and everything. It's rare that you'll see a girl just with a cut hair, shaved head, or whatever, low cut with a plain face.
I feel like
you can just see like how that works.
I feel like when girls cut their hair bald, they only get really accepted if they got that banging body, like how Erykah Badu did when she cut her hair and they was like bald, but booty on the wall. Like,
you said no?
No, because some girls if they just have like a pretty face, regardless if their hair is there or not. I mean, they win.
You had to pull it up though.
Pretty face, plain, no makeup.
I like this.
If you got a pretty, it doesn't really matter about the hair. The hair.
Amber Rose too. She was one of the leaders of like our time. That was just kind of like, oh, you feel me? She bald, but she bad. Like,
right.
She definitely helped a part of that.
Actually had a problem with my hair while I was working at FX, and I quit my job because they had a problem that I had orange hair. Well, really, they said I was like fired, but because I had orange hair, I'm just like, that's just, and it wasn't even like a real bright orange. It was just like a real natural looking orange. I'm just like, it's a lot of natural, colors and females have. And
my best friend, I could chime in on that. My best friend, when everybody was dyeing their hair like aquamarine-ish green, when that wave kind of came in with the real colors outside of neutral, they told her she couldn't. They were just like, your hair, she worked at a hotel actually, front desk, and they were just like, oh, it's not professional. And she was just like, but how? And somebody else has red hair. Like,
right.
But you ain't said nothing to this man. Or just fucking like.
I got a question. Do we feel like a lot of this stereotyping has to do with the hair, has to do with skin color?
I can say yes to that because before the wave of the women having different color hair, wigs, other cultures or other races had dyed their hair different colors and it was not a problem. Now, that's also a double standard in itself with women. When Black women dye their hair different colors and bright colors, what are they considered? Ratchet. But if a different woman of a different race dyes her hair a different color, it's just normal.
Yep.
Cool and great.
I believe in that. I just because like I only encountered it. It was real soft and subtle, but I felt it with like working at I can't say where I was working, but where I was working, they were just like, oh, you have, because my hair is really curly, so my puff, it depends on how I tend to it. It'll stretch out or shrinkage is real, but I'll let it, do what it wanted to do. And they were just like, oh no, it's unruly. So it's unprofessional for your uniform. And so that's when I was just kind of like, but y'all got people here with tattoos from the neck down to the hand, giant gauges in their ear. That's not unprofessional. But my hair is unprofessional. And then half of y'all don't even wash every day and we can smell you. And that's not unprofessional.
I go to an interview with my hair out, like my afro out, they are probably not gonna hire me because it's happened so many times. It's like people always say that you wanna. I even learned this in class. Like if you wanna go and do something as a Black man, you can't have your hair out in afro. They don't want that at all. They want you to come in looking all neat and clean and that's that. Their idea of professional has no afro in the idea. You know what I mean? So.
And that kind of sucks because saying that you having an afro ain't neat and clean. That's your natural hair. That's how natural hair stay white. We don't. I mean, there are some that African Americans or Black people have different hair textures, every different type from every different wear. But some of us have kinkier hair, curlier hair, or whatever the case may be. Now, we don't have that. I could wet my hair and brush it with a white girl brush and it's just slicked down. So why is our hair not considered? I'm telling the truth. Why is our hair not considered neat or professional is the hardest thing to understand. Like us being us is like not accepted, which is a hard thing to understand.
Like, my question though is with Quan. When you worked at the airport and they came for you, like, did they write you up? Did they just verbally express this to you?
It was really like it was verbally pressed to me, like constantly. Like I couldn't have it braided a certain way. I had to have it like up, so they had to see my whole face, I guess. But even when I had it like pulled back or like like two ponytails or something, like that was just, they said I couldn't do that either. So and I just started braiding it backwards and stuff. So it was,
like, I talked to my mama about this before. She just told me like they couldn't even have braids in the army. Like,
that's wild.
That's what she said. They just finally recently started to allow people to have braids. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just because we're in the 21st century. All right, I got a question for you guys. What do y'all think about men going and taking care of their personal hygiene with getting their nails clean, cut? You feel me? Go and get pedicures.
I do it. You know what I mean? I do it. Like, even when I shower, like, I get being
weird though. How like people get publicly, like dudes get publicly shamed for that. They be like, "Oh, that's us." But I feel like as a girl, I would want my significant other clean. Like I would like to know your nails is clean. I'd like to know your body is clean. Because if you gonna lay up with me, you not finna be looking like no anything, smelling like no just anything. Sorry, we don't do the riffraff. Like I'm not here for it. Like I take my brother, and I remember the first time I took my brother, some of his friends were just like, "Oh, nah, why are you going to get your toenails clean and your hands?" And my brother was like, "Because if I go get my hands cut, my nails clean up under my feet done or whatever, I want to make sure my girlfriend does the same thing. Don't let me go take care of myself and your nails looking like whatever. That's out." I don't know. I just feel like athletes do it. So why can't regular men who are not at such like high profile careers go do it? Like it's okay for them, but it's gay for them. That's out. Like I don't believe in that.
There's nothing wrong with being clean. I don't care what nobody says. I clean my nose in the shower. You feel me? I get all the buggers.
How do y'all feel about? I mean, it's not really popular amongst all of our culture, except for like Afro punk people. When dudes go get their nails painted, like if you can see that they're Afro punk or whatever. I don't really like. I wouldn't put somebody painted nails. It's not for me. But I mean, if you want to paint your nails.
The first time I seen it, I was a swim instructor. He had his nails painted black, and he had skulls on them. And he was like, "Yeah, my mom takes me with her to the shop, and he gets what he wants." I mean, I've never seen a little boy besides if they said like my sister painted him, But I was just like, okay. I mean, everybody's different. We just different. I wouldn't shame somebody, a man, because he got his nails painted black or whatever. I mean, that's just him.
It depends on.
Like you could put like Dennis Rodman in this category. That's the perfect person to put in this category because he dyed his hair almost every color you can make. He didn't almost every color you can do, designs like
that was back in the 90s too. He was doing whatever.
Right.
Yo, that man was wild.
He was wild for real.
But it's crazy. He bagged almost every fine woman in his man
because he was comfortable with his sexuality.
But that brings on the topic of men having piercings. I remember growing up, boys couldn't have both of their ears pierced. Or that was considered, or if they have a certain side, they was considered, gay.
Have it on the right side, it was supposed to be gay.
Right.
I mean, that's kind of still right today. It's
Does
still
it?
standard.
You think?
I ain't heard of that.
I don't see a lot of people.
And like, some of those things give off.
But why does the right side make you gay? You see the nonsense. Because
rumors can spread.
But that is so stupid.
How do you feel about men with nose piercings?
I don't really. It's not my style. You feel me? And righteously, honestly, if I see a dude with a nose piercing, I'm gonna think you kind of suspect. I'm gonna try not to be like that, but at the same time,
Tupac had his nose pierced.
I don't care. I think Tupac.
What's that?
Who?
Tyrell had his nose pierced. Yeah.
Tyrell, I need to see a picture.
Look, you said had. You know what I mean? That means somebody learned a lesson. You know what I mean?
Shade.
Oh, he's wild.
No, I'm just talking. But nah, that's just me. You feel me? Like I don't have no problem with it, but that be my instant thought. I'd be like, I don't know, bro. You know what I mean?
So if I can give a little bit of understanding here, I mean, if I can enlighten your spirit, Donnie.
Wait, also, where you from?
Back in the day, men used to actually wear jewelry and earrings and necklaces overall before women did, and it was more so of the attraction and the respect of the elements that they were wearing to the different constellations or the planets that were that are in space. So it was not necessarily as a derogative of fashion or derogatory of fashion to where the way we look at it now as like a um, an understanding of homo backgrounds and all these different things that we done distorted it to be, and that would be very, very narrow minded.
I don't want y'all to think I'm just messed up because I think that about people with nose rings. Because I know about all of that and about how they used to do traditions and have certain piercings. But nowadays, if you see somebody with a nose piercing as a male, for me, it depends because I'm gonna think sus.
Do you think that about the septums? What I have
What, a male or female?
for
Can a
male.
dude have a septum?
All right, for men, if I see like a gothic dude, and like you know what I'm saying, it's how it depends how it looks and how they coming across. Like if I just see like a regular person and they got one, I'm gonna be like, okay, bro, I don't know. Now we have a conversation and I see you from a certain aspect, then I don't even have to ask you why you have that. But I'm still gonna. I'm only human.
I feel like a lot of us are narrow-minded. Like boys wear blue and girls wear pink. Where did that come from?
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
no, but see, and that's another thing. But it was backwards actually back then. It was reversed.
Mm-hmm.
Boys were like the red and pink, not the blue.
I think the only time people don't really question when a man wears pink is like Easter and if you golf. That has to be like or breast cancer awareness month. That seems to be like the only time don't nobody ever even think about none of that.
I feel like nowadays you can wear pink without nobody thinking of it.
Yeah, nobody.
That's cool.
Well, I mean now, yeah, but like then those were like the only times it was like okay, nobody will question. Like I don't know. That's what
see, look at that.
I can't put pink on my babies.
Why you can't put pink on the babies?
They already think they girls when they hair up. I can't put pink on my baby. Still can't. Their daddy be like, why they got pink on? Now they could wear purple. Like they got the Jordan 5s that came out that was different colors. They have those. And I told, their dad, it has pink in it too. I was like, this is harder to shop for them because they don't make clothes with those colors for boys.
Yeah.
I was like, and when you deal with little kids, they have a lot of artwork on their shirts, graphic tees. They have a lot of stuff. So it's like, if I go to the girl section, it's going to be hard sometimes to find a solid shirt that matches those shoes because of that's how everything is set up.
If you look at like responsibilities as a double standard, how little girls, the dolls are always doing some sort of like household chore or like it's put out there kind of like that. Even like how she goes from clothes to toys. Little boys' toys are always like monsters or they're always some dinosaur or like just something of like a masculine, like it can be anything. It's got its own masculinity to it. But a little always doing some like servant type of the help type of thing.
It's kind of already training us for our future, pretty much from day one.
Mm-hmm.
But now for little boys, they have like, the little girls have the kitchen sets and stuff like that. The little boys have like tool sets. So now they can have like their own little tool shed and stuff like that. I think that's as far as I've seen. Boys do now have brooms, mops, and stuff like that too. They actually made that equal. But you won't catch a little boy with a little baby. You ain't gonna see a little boy baby in the boy toy aisle. It's just you gonna see action figures, monsters, cartoon characters, and that's pretty much it.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of to add in what you're saying, I think a lot of these things are stupid to some degree. They're very, very backwards and scolding to the mind.
For me, being an early childhood major, a lot of schools are play based, so they'll let the kids play with whatever. Unless the parent really objects against it. If the boy want to go play house and be mom, he can go play house and be mom. If he want to play with them Barbies, he can play with them Barbies. And I do the same thing. If we're on a play date and they're at a girl's house, if he wants to play with the baby, he can play with the baby. That's not going to make him less of who he is. But for some people, they're strictly like, no, my son can't play with a baby. No, he can't have a Barbie. And I'm like, why you can't have a Barbie? He gets to see the female anatomy. He about to know what exactly he about to be dealing with later. So 9 times out of 10, they gonna take the clothes off the dog and look at what's there.
So your kids can play with the Barbies?
Yeah, like if we go on a play date and we're at a girl's house and he wants to play with Barbies, yeah.
But you won't put pink on them. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm not going to go buy pink. Why? Because it may have flowers on it. Why? His dad has a part in it.
What if it's like a soft pink turtleneck or something?
A polo shirt pink. I have no problem. It's not just me. They have a father.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So at the same time, I can't just be like, well, I'm just going to. They have a father.
So both of y'all are just like anti-pink.
I'm not anti-pink. Like I said, if I can find a Ralph Lauren shirt that's $100, polo shirt that's pink, and they can wear it, yeah. Deadbeat moms versus deadbeat dads.
I think they're both terrible.
What's the double standard?
And I know a perfect double standard. Where I'm at right now. There is no place that I can think of except for jail for a man that has nowhere to go and no money to put towards anything. But down here, they got this place called the Presbyterian Home for women. And if you want to get out your mama's house, if you want to just need somewhere to sleep and you got kids and you can't take care of them, we got somewhere for you.
Mm-hmm. I can agree to that. Society does tend to cater more to women than they do
than single fathers.
Down to like single parents and stuff like that. There's way more resources for the single woman.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to talk about the part where a woman can go off to better herself and be this and that and basically leave her kids behind. Not the military women that leave for 2 months and do it. Not them. The other women who have their kids very young and leave their kids with grandma and all of that. It's not. How should I put this? It's not looked at how when men leave. Like, they both still deadbeats. You feel me? You're not your kids like you doing whatever the hell you want to do. You ripping and running the streets. And we know a lot of active / deadbeat moms nowadays that don't never have their kids. But they not talking trash like how the men are. They're not. It's a huge double standard when it comes to that.
I feel like even though I'm a woman, I feel like it's worse I get that, you go through postpartum depression. Okay, I understand that. But I do feel like it's worse for a mama to leave her children. Like, you carried your child for 9 months and then you just don't want to do it no more. Like, you got somebody else, but like, you come back? Like, your child will grow up at some point, recognizing, like, at least I come from a 2-parent household with a step parent, and then I come from a single parent household with just my mama. I remember probably by like 5 or 6, I was able to recognize and associate which parent was the one that was the dominant parent. Like, always there, always taking care of everything. And the one that was always just like, okay, I'm going to come around, and it's just you come around when you feel like it. That is hard on the child because we recognize it so early, but we don't know what to call it then. We just know we feel an emotion. Perfect example is my friend. Like, I'm not going to say their name. Dad. Good dad. There. Consistently. Mama on the internet doing absolutely nothing but being naked. OnlyFans. Your child is going to see that one day. What you going to show her? And then you don't call her. She don't call at all. Until, like, when she feel like it. And that's real blue moonish. And it's like, if you get up, you can get drunk, get high, get on the internet, put your makeup on, pose yourself, keep this page active. You need to go be active in your child's life. I look at like how like real dads aren't really congratulated a lot. Like parents at all.
Right.
That's definitely true.
Like
but then also it's like if you doing what a dad's supposed to do, why are we congratulating it? Just because a lot don't do what they do, are we doing that? Like it's nice to be appreciated and all that, but I'm not saying like I don't know, like yeah, like it's cool that you're here, but I don't think congratulating like a real dad is something.
The only reason I say congratulate, like I use that term, is because we attack a lot more with not just like parents, just people tend to attack first before we really give out that gratitude to other people. Like, you hear your pat on the back. So
a little appreciation.
The level of it is not the same.
I don't know. For me, it's a turn on when I see a dad being a dad. I'm like, oh, look at you doing your daddy duties. Okay, I see you, sir. For sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Moms are a lot harder on the daughters than they are on the sons. They copy the son.
They kind of teach us to be ready to be single. Teach us to get our own.
Something kind of is going on with that.
Right. It's an issue.
The mama is the son's wife. And
that's where I think it conflicts. They be trying to basically be the woman that they were supposed to be for their daddy, for their kids. And it's like, no, teach him about life. Because it's a lot of young men walking out here, don't know how to cook, don't know how to wash their ass, don't know how to sort laundry, don't know how to wash dishes. Like, what did your mama teach you? Nothing.
To be codependent.
I've had friends that are just like that.
I think when it comes down to adults, responsibilities, bills. Because men tend to feel emasculated when the woman either makes the same amount or she make more. I come from a family where you're going to have to get it how you get it. Ain't no, he make more, you bow down, be submissive. And don't take it wrong, I have no problem you for me letting my man lead, but I'm not finna let you lead me halfway to hell. I want you to know I could do it by myself. Like, if you die one day, we separate one day, baby, I got my own house too, my own car, own bank account. I'm good. And if we divorce, you can take everything you came with. Because I probably was, you feel me, collecting checks and not telling you. Because it's just, I don't know, like, men don't ever, like, when they tend to be like the head honcho of the house, it's like an ego trip. Don't nobody want to be bothered with that. At least for me personally, I don't want to be bothered with that. I work hard just like you.
That man gets jealous as well.
Yeah. Because it's like, you feel me? I'll look at like, I guess like our generation, we're only in our 20s. Like some of us are like early 20s, mid 20s. I could already recognize the emasculation. And it's not even that we emasculate you like intentionally. It's just that we're focused. Girls tend to be a lot more focused in this generation. Like, you got your men that are focused too, don't get me wrong. But it's like people tend to like want what they can't have or what they think is good and great. And then they get it, they don't know how to maintain it. And then it's like y'all see these like high profile jobs, but then don't want to put the work in necessarily to get the job. And you get the girl who actually did. And then she starts seeing like, you like way lazy. Like, you thought you was gonna sit up here with me and we was just gonna kiki. No, I'm sorry. I'm in my 20s and I'm not afraid to be selfish with myself. Cause it's just like, who else gonna do it?
I just like,
that's bad.
The more bread we got together, the better. I mean, hey,
X.
that just was real. You feel me? Hey.
Sometimes they label girls, excuse my expression, but we get called bitches for sounding how I just said. And it's just like, it's not even like a bitchiness. It's just that we know what we want. And I would want a partner who's like me. Like, I want a partner who's going to inspire me to be the higher me. Like, don't.
Now the problem is they don't like being held to a higher standard. It seems like if you making them work more than what they feel like they can do, they're gonna feel intimidated. Of course, like, oh, this woman's so ambitious. She keep going. She keep trying new things. She keep wanting more for herself. If he feel like he cool where he at, it's gonna cause friction in a relationship.
People who want a healthy relationship, you gotta change. And it tends to be the man who wants to object to change more. Like most of the change than women. Don't get me wrong, we all object to certain things. That's just our personality. But it's like the men be like, she trying to change me, and then the friends come back and they kind of like haze them. And I just feel like I think that kind of like what you surround yourself with your friends does sometimes seep into like relationships a lot. Because guys get mad at girls when you talk on the phone to their friends and be like, girl, da 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 da. And they be like, you telling all our business. But then dudes do the same thing. So then they just want to be like objectifying to the change. And I don't want to be with somebody who's going to like object to that. If I care about you, you feel me, sleeping on yourself. And that's kind of disrespectful to me because you sleeping on me. Like, I believe in you. And I'm trying to push you to what I see your capabilities are. And when I don't care, I really don't care. Like it's there's no real middle ground. And I don't know. But like how we said though, like we're young. So we're in our 20s. And I told y'all like previously, I get told I'm selfish a lot. Because I don't feel like everything you should have to compromise for is like always worth it. Like there's nothing wrong with compromise. There's nothing wrong with compromise. But it's the amount of compromising that men think women are supposed to do. And I just be like, that's where it'd be like.
What you think? And what you think that is?
Almost everything.
You gotta expound upon that.
Yeah, give me something.
I'll use this for example. Men can have multiple female friends. Men can be with their friends, and you feel me? It's just that's my homegirl. That's all I'm texting. But let her pull up with her best friend that been here before y'all even started dating. He gotta go.
No, but remember what I was saying before, like in the messages the other day. Like it's hard. Okay, with women especially, I feel like y'all, for the most part, put up a wall. Most black women I've experienced have a wall. The fact that a male friend from a long time ago can still, mess with you, y'all have some history, to my experience. I'm not saying that happens every single time. I'm saying I'll say it's very common for a woman to have a male best friend and had nothing, like they done nothing.
I feel like that's because y'all smash y'all friends a lot.
Wait, and there's also there's another factor because
Jasmine had her hand up before.
No, but look, I'm not disagreeing with the fact with like if a man has a long time woman friend, I assume the same thing. So for me, it's like it's both. I'm not saying that's what it is. It's just what I've experienced. That's
all right, we go to Jasmine right quick because she was
go ahead.
I had a male best friend. A lot of people thought he was gay back then, but I was his wingman when he was smashing girls. Like we did everything together. So it's kind of hard. I mean, it's kind of hard to say that somebody's friend is not their friend before you got there because we don't know. We don't know. And I mean, with this day and age, with the trust issues, when people can't have an opposite sex friend, and it goes both ways, double standards both ways, it's really, really hard. Like I prefer to hang around guys. I like guy talk. I can relate to a lot of stuff. I love my female friends. I still do have female friends. I'm not saying I don't have any. But I do like having a guy's perspective. I do like hearing from a guy's point of view about what guys do. And if I'm dealing with a dude, what could be this or that, or why would, it's just getting a viewpoint in a different mindset with having guy friends versus just having your girlfriends. Because 9 times out of 10, your girl gonna say, girl, leave him. He cheating on you. And you may say he might be depressed. He just, down right now. He needs something to help him. So for that situation, I know it can be tough to trust somebody having the opposite sex friend.
I encourage opposite sex friends. I encourage it. But it just, can you keep it platonic?
Yeah, that's the...
It's not that hard.
Is that hard for men to do that?
No. I say yes.
It ain't that hard for not all men, but a lot of guys it's hard for. Yeah.
Not all, but for a lot of this. Look, this is what I was gonna say to capitalize on what he was saying, bro. Like the best friends of a different gender is cool, right? but it's like you have to also think about that other person's intentions, right? Like, what if y'all just best friends because he didn't get to that point? Then
or you didn't let him get to that point.
You didn't let him get to that point. Then nah, he can't come around, bro. You feel me?
What is wrong with that?
It's not really y'all just friends.
I mean, I don't really have a problem with it. It really just depends on, like, you know, who it is and stuff like that and how they're coming off. But I don't have no problem with it, especially if I know, like, for sure ain't nothing happened between y'all, then cool. Because I have male friends that are my best friends and I've never ever did anything with them, or I've never never like, or they ain't never try to flirt with me type shit. And, you know, it was like, it was there, like it was set in stone that we was friends and we always stayed like, you know, stayed like that. So I don't think I really have a problem with it. It just really depends on how mature you are.
Yeah,
That's facts.
I'm on the same. It's about vibes that you pick up, you know, that, and then the trust of the individual. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you could. They're like how what that song is, 21 Savage. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, you could tell somebody you love them and they go around and cheat on you at the same instance. You know what I'm saying? And that hurts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to have somebody to come into your life and then you develop something with them, and then, you know, like you got some random folks that they come around and they be like, oh, this was my friend from way back when, and all of a sudden you come to find out that it's something deeper than what it is. I would have a problem with that. I really would have a problem with that. But, you know, for the most part, if you can be honest and let it be known, like, okay, either we did something in the past, we still cool, you know what I'm saying? It's just no further, like, then you know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, you can do what you do, but whatever you do behind closed doors, just know God don't like ugly, you know what I'm saying? So
Ever got in a relationship and it was like, you know what, we are really better off as friends. Like as lovers, no, but as friends, we will be all right.
be mindful. That's it.
I feel that. I think a lot of this, like, people being kind of insecure in a relationship with the opposite sex thing comes from, like, the fact that we have the internet at our fingertips. Because it's kind of like that, how they say you lose them the way you get them. There is a lot of stuff.
Just internet.
It's the internet, I think, that ruins a lot of people's relationships and heightens the double standards of, oh, my girl can't have this. There's like that meme or video or something.
It's just the internet. It's phones. It's phones. Like, it's the phone. It ain't the internet. It's the phone.
People was getting cheated on back in the day when y'all.
But you was sneakier back then. You feel me? Like, hit me on my pager. You feel me? You can't call me and figure out, you can't track me. I can't share my location. Just hit me on my pager.
Right.
You feel me? I'll call you from the payphone. Ain't nobody finna go get no records from the payphone.
That's exactly what a phone is. It's a phone, pager, web, like everything in all in one. So I mean, like the sneakiness that we had to pull back then, you had to go through so many different tools. Your sneakiness is right on your phone right now. Like,
right.
You ain't got nothing else. You don't got to do nothing else. Like, literally, a person could be like, all right, let me see your phone. You know, a chick come and do that all the time. Let me see your phone. Let me see your phone.
How many times y'all went through a phone?
Whew.
Exactly. I feel like if in a relationship, if you gotta go through somebody's phone, let it go. Let it go.
But how many times you did it?
I only did that one time.
Females do that more than men.
First of all, I heard men do it, but they don't say nothing. They don't say nothing. Wow.
Men definitely do go through phones. They be trying to figure out.
They definitely do.
They do. But I mean, I'm not gonna say like we hold on to the harbor like that.
Y'all be doing sneaky stuff like that.
Y'all good at that. Hold that stuff in.
And you feel me? Chinese takeout. Like,
Y'all started
y'all
that.
having code names.
Women sneakier than men.
I remember that.
Y'all be ready to name somebody something that they're not. And then they call, no.
Who the hell is apple juice? Oh my God.
I don't know. I just feel like the internet ruined a lot of stuff. It heightened.
Nah, people letting the internet ruin it.
I don't believe in it. Like, if you want to see me, you got to see me in person. Because that whole catfish thing, that scared me. When people start taking them filters off, and then, like, that's a double standard, too.
I tell people I'm a catfish.
Like,
you say you make sure to tell people you are one?
Yeah, like, for instance, like, if, like, a guy's trying to link up with me or something like that, like, I'm really a catfish or something. Like, just to be playing with people. That's just to be funny.
Okay.
Because it's true, though. Like, some of them filters really be making people extra beautiful or extra fine. And you take it off, that filter flicker one time when you in the middle of what you're doing, you will be like, whoa, hold on.
But I think people are starting to escape from natural beauty, and it's starting to get sad because it's like we do put filters on a lot of stuff, you know, and it's like, yeah, when people take it off, they look different. That's their natural beauty. That's who they are. That filter is fake. And it's like, a lot of people are starting to hide behind filters because they don't feel beautiful no more. Why? Because they always putting the filter on their face.
But I feel like it's a double standard because they come at women more than they come at men. Like, men be using the same filter.
They do.
Almost like the same ratio.
Filter the same face.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. They be like, oh, what y'all look like? Or there's like that meme. They be like, take her swimming before y'all go out. And they be like, hold on, take that hat off. Let me see what that forehead look like.
Man, let me see that hairline going back some. Let me see. For sure.
For sure.
That's easier than a filter, though.
People dudes don't like to smile and show their teeth. Open that mouth up.
Open that.
I for sure don't.
All clean all day.
Like, how do y'all feel about sex toys?
Okay, so I think dolls and stuff like that is cool, or the little whatever. I don't agree with is anything that penetrates another man. Anything like that, bro, you tripping. But like swing, I guess it's cool. You know what I mean? Play with.
You be into like the dominatrix, just no penetration. Like, she could whip you, she could tie you up.
I don't really I like having fun.
So you want to get whipped? What you say?
There's no like, I like if I can do stuff back, whatever ideas you have of fun, cool, as long as you're down with my stuff too. You feel me? Like, but it ain't gonna be. I don't know. I think that stuff is cool. It's like, I mean, I just don't be into all the little penetration stuff the other dude is into. You know what I mean?
How y'all feel about eating booty?
That's not.
Or getting your booty ate.
Yeah. Either vice versa, getting your booty ate or eating booty. How do y'all feel?
Nah.
I'm straight.
On not doing it both ways?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
He said I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, bro.
I don't even care if it's a clean, fresh booty. Like, no.
Well, technically, the woman or man is supposed to go to the bathroom at least 2 hours before anal.
I don't give a damn about none of that. I don't give a damn about none of that. Like,
so what if your girlfriend of a long time asks you to do it? Y'all just like, nah, that's not happening.
Yeah, I wouldn't be like that. See, it would. We gotta.
Also, you open to it.
Nah, I can't even say I'm open to it, but
you contemplating.
You think about it.
You thinking about it. You see
it. You like way open to it.
She'll have to game you up on it. I think you would do it though.
She could woo you because look at her.
You have to boost me up like a mug. You have to boost me up like times a million, bro, and I have to be lit. Like, I would have to be lit and motivated.
Lit and motivated.
There's no sirree. If I got any type of consciousness, bro, it's not gonna happen.
What do y'all think about threesomes?
That's crazy.
Threesomes?
I feel like for a girl, the threesome is a double standard. Because the guys want the 2 girls and it's the threesome. But if a girl want to have 2 guys or something, it's a train or something like that. Like, it's kind of sketchy how
I
that.
think that's just slang. Righteously, threesomes are all the same, no matter the ratio. But
Right.
of course, in our generation, we've built a certain lingo, and people put perspective behind those lingos, so it becomes something like that. Because as we figured out the other day that we don't even have a clear definition on that. We just know what it's supposed to be, or what it's supposed to be similar to. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What
So
y'all, as the girls, what do y'all think about the threesomes? If the girl has 2 guys, is it a threesome or is it a train?
I've kind of had one with another girl, kind of, but I'm not really into the cat, so it wasn't like I was really into that.
Okay, what you got to say, Darkins?
I was saying I am so. Yeah, I'm not having 2 dudes. I'm not having 2 penises at the same time. I can't do it. But I definitely have
So no 2 peen.
I'm down for the PPs.
He said I'm down for the PT.
Because so for me, I've experienced an anal orgasm. I experienced a G-spot orgasm. I experienced a clitoral orgasm. If I can get all 3 at one time, I'm gonna be retarded at the end of the session. And I want to know what that. I do.
Crazy.
For me, that's just something that is one of my fantasies, because it's just one of my fantasies. I don't know if I can handle 2 men at the same time, but it's something that I'd be like, I would try.
I don't want to do that whole golden shower thing. Like how some people be like, yeah. That's nasty. Don't golden shower me. Don't spit on me. Like, it's not, I can't do it.
I'm not ready. I'm not sexually there yet.
She said I'm not sexually there. All right, what if your partner asks you to piss on him?
I don't feel comfortable peeing on another person.
Okay, so how y'all feel about sucking toes?
I like my toes sucked.
I'm not sucking on nigga toes though. I'm sorry.
You can suck my toes, but I'm not putting your toes around.
Y'all don't think that's selfish? Y'all think
rude.
But don't you want your feet sucked? You can suck some toes.
I'm saying, so if he eats your booty, would you suck his toes?
He did. He loved me enough.
You gotta understand, he probably gonna do that off the strength anyway.
Yeah, I'm into that. I'm not gonna suck my toes. Might lick your nipples, but I ain't sucking your toes.
You don't even know if you into that. Y'all ain't tried it. See, I'm acting like y'all. I'm gonna go like y'all be doing. You ain't tried it yet. You
ain't tried.
I'm gonna frown up at it. I already know this. Mm-hmm.
That's because you ain't had that taste of a big toe yet. You don't know.
She ain't had that manly big toe.
That manly big toe. What do y'all feel about cougars? Old women, young men, that's more like glamorized. But old man, young woman, she gold digging. That's a double standard.
Definitely.
I agree. Because if I see a girl with an older dude, not just me. I'ma think that she after his bread. But that's because of how I was brought up and people around me was doing stuff. But if I see but see, at the same time, I can't lie, because if I see a young dude with an older woman, I'm gonna think he after her bread too. Because that's what I do.
Or that experience is different experiences.
When we say
from a different
older, how much older?
I'd be like 42 and up. Like,
yeah, give her like.
What's 35 and up? 35 to 40. That's like baby cougar.
Yeah, like I said, like 42 and up. Like, I
feel like anybody in their 30s and she banging, that's a MILF. That's not a cougar.
But a MILF is not age specific. Yeah, a MILF is not age specific.
But I feel like we gonna put. All right, go get an 80-year-old.
No, that's not a cougar. That's a fossil. That's different.
the standard of bisexual people. Girls can be bisexual and it's glamorized, but if a boy want to try it out, he's just automatically gay. Ain't no back over the line.
Men don't get
biased people. I'm one of them biased people. I don't believe girls are
one of the biased.
I think
explain your biasness.
Playing with somebody else
because I want if a dude is bisexual, in my opinion, you gay.
Oh, but she not even saying bisexual. Like she's saying just trying. Like he don't even get to try. Like he don't even get to be vicarious.
Bruh, no, you gay.
He said,
I don't want no more.
Bruh, no.
It's just me because I'm biased like that. You know.
All right. So what if you had this friend? He was like, all right, I ain't really gay, but I'm finna go mess with this dude to see how I like it. He don't like it. He tells you don't like it. You still gonna think he gay.
I'm going to say, bro, when he said, hey, I'm gonna mess with this dude, I'm gonna say, bro, that's gay.
See, that's
I don't have that. Don't be wrong. I got gay partners. You know what I mean? When they do stuff, I be like, you know what I mean? When they be calling themselves sis and stuff like that, I be like, dude, like, I just be messing with them. You know what I mean? They're my partners, but
all right, but this is not your gay partner. It's a straight dude. This is your straight partner who became vicarious, tried it out, and didn't like it.
I'm gonna say you gay, bro.
Come on.
And I understand where you can say, you know, you're bi, right? Now, dealing with a guy that is bi, would you deal with him, understanding that you are, or you only want a straight person?
No, only straight male.
Why?
Oh, that's
why?
And that's a double standard.
Sorry.
A lot of women won't date a bisexual man.
I want to know why.
Okay.
I can't mess with nobody who double dipping and then dipping in me, and that's kind of nasty.
What'd you say?
I said,
look at that.
For real.
Ain't y'all doing the same thing?
We can't dip.
Nah.
We can't dip.
You can't quadruple dip.
We can't dip. We ain't got nothing to dip nothing in. Like, no.
So you just don't like the fact that this bisexual man has sex with other men.
You gay. You're not bisexual.
So that's wild.
Jazz.
But why is that? Like Jasmine, I think I asked you the other day about that. You would date a bisexual man, though, right?
No. It's already hard that a woman can take you, but me losing you to a man, hell no.
Oh, I'm trying to figure out the mentality going into that. Like men can date a bisexual woman with no problem, but women will not date a bisexual. I won't say none of them.
But wait, a lot of men that do date bisexual women do tend to be jealous.
Yeah.
So don't get it misconstrued. Men
No. You can't say that though. Men are jealous. Period. If we're gonna do that, we can't say just the men are jealous of bisexual women. Okay. Men will get jealous with a straight woman over other men.
Yeah. But
it's like, if y'all reasoning is just because he's double dipping, I don't know. I'm not a woman dating a bisexual man. I don't know.
I'm not here for it. What do y'all feel about slut shaming? Like, how, you feel me? You could get cooties from sleeping, like men and women. You could get cooties from anywhere. You feel me? But yeah, I feel like women are bashed more for slut shaming. You feel me? Like, we get slut shamed so easily. Like, oh, she didn't racked up a high body count, or she too open with her sexuality. You feel me? She a hoe. But if a dude goes smashing the town, he the man.
Like, well, you know what? I think that's more gender based because women are gonna be the ones that be like, oh, he thinks he this, he be trying to do this. But, I mean, they're gonna be the ones that slander the male.
Knock it off.
Women are quick to call men
like she loose.
A lot of men don't know the female anatomy. First of all, let's start there because people be like, she was wet, but she was loose. I mean, she was turned on. Her muscles opened up for you.
First off,
he couldn't feel those. He couldn't feel her walls, bro. That's all that was.
did he even get that far? A lot of women that be getting slut shamed don't even be sluts. They just be untouchable. And they be like, oh, no, she easy, bro. Nah, she might just be cool and be real friendly, bro, but nobody's hitting, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, girls do it too to an extent, but not as bad.
What
they
you
be
mean?
like, oh, I heard you was with such and such, and then they go tell their friend, like, they play that little telephone game, and that's how people start to get those, like, reputation.
Okay, so a great example right now is what Lori Harvey versus Future. They saying Lori getting around, but Future been doing him for a while.
He got like 13 kids.
But they be calling Future a hoe too.
He is.
Men be getting called hoes and sluts.
Yeah, but it don't phase y'all like it phase us.
We're not emotional.
Stick to the woman longer.
He said we not emotional like that.
I mean, we not. If somebody say, "Oh man, he be out here hitting all the girls." Thanks. You know what I mean? We're not tripping. We don't care if it's good or bad, bro. It's like, all right, cool, whatever.
My
bro.
thing is, if you gonna do something, bro, be proud that you're doing it. Like, you got to do something in the notion that you got to think that if this got out, I'd be okay with myself.
All right, what y'all think about sexual harassment? After this, we're gonna wrap it up and call it a day.
I think women should get guns because men are weird, bro.
Yes, because I feel like women get bashed more for being open about having like sexual harassment situations because the friends of the man tend to like hop on that, and then other women kind of like chime into that too and play a part of the bashing. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, she shouldn't have said this because she was doing this. Your pre-existing history don't got nothing to do with you saying you were sexually harassed. Stop that. Right. Knock that off. Right. Because if a guy said it, then nobody really cares. But if a girl says, she tends to get attacked. And then they be like, oh, it's harder for a guy to be raped than it is for a girl. And it's like, that's not necessarily true either.
But if a dude does go around telling people like something's happened to him, it's more than likely just going to get dismissed.
Yeah.
Right.
Can we talk about the fact that men, when at a young age thinking having sex with an older woman is a good thing, not realizing that they are actually being molested or raped?
Right.
Boosie. Situation with Boosie and his son. That is a grown woman sucking on that child. Knock it off, man.
Yeah, that was wild.
And that mouth that had who up in there. Knock it off. You done exposed him to so much.
Right.
And he gonna have to think about that later like, dang. Ooh, I just got preyed on.
Right.
Yeah, he might not even have that mentality either, especially given the environment he's in. He probably think like, hey, this is normal. This is what everybody around me did, so ain't nothing wrong with it.
Eventually, it affects his mind later and his dating life later. It will. You got to pay attention to the people who have been molested and raped and who their choice of people are and their choice of what they do. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, she a hoe. You don't know if she's been abused as a young child. She probably got exposed to sex very early. And now the only way she can find love is through sharing her body because that's what she learned at an early age. And same thing for me.
Well, see, when you say that, Jasmine, I mean, as a collective, I think we should all re-embark on that. When it comes down to like any of the stuff that we have just had the conversation about in the past 15, 20 minutes, you know, because I mean, it's like when we talk about like just with the bi situation, the homo situation, some people go through these same type of situations that we're talking about right now with the harassment part that overall traumatizes their mind and their life experience to end up going through some of the things. And we could be harsh in our judgments, you know, on these people or these individuals as far as their life experiences, and we don't know nothing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed our topic today. Hope you learned something today. I hope we made you laugh a little bit. So, if you like it, give us a thumbs up. Follow us. You feel me? Thank y'all for participating.